He's down, he's down, he's down.
I marked it downstairs.
Oh, so I just killed someone. They dropped in on me. Hey, don't pussy. What you doing?
From where the fuck are they?
What the fuck are they?
I got one.
Fuck.
They're on you. Is there...
Fuck, I'm dead, I'm dead. No, no.
Oh. He's up. Oh shit.
Fuck out of here.
Alright, you guys, this is my Call of Duty Warzone Gamepack settings right here that you just finished seeing. I play 6.6, so if whatever you play at 7.7.8, whatever, you're going to want to match it here. If you want to follow along and use my exact same settings, go ahead and do so. I play standard, default, everything, but your sensitivity must match. So match your own sensitivity in game, and make sure vibration on is on in your settings in the game. That's very important because these game packs and these mods, you guys already know, all my OGs know, vibration has to be enabled. Global mods, head trigger, slide cancel, 15 aim assist intensity. I never use ADS anti-recoil because you guys already know how I feel about Strikepack. The weapon AI profile features, you don't really need to mess with the values and stuff like that. Regular fire, use this as a backup, leave it at 100. I use this for like in case you want to pick up weapon, or I pick up weapon and I want to activate weapon AI. And then if I come back and plug back in my Strikepack into the PC, the weapon I last used weapon AI will take up this slot. But usually for me, the way I play, I don't really activate weapon AI that often, because once I drop into Warzone, my first mission, my first priority is to get my loadout fast as possible. So if you guys can see right here, first loadout gameplay you just saw, assault rifles Ffar, FFAR, and MAC-10. So this is the setup right here. Leave this 0-0, and I'm gonna show you guys the attachments, my exact loadout, what I go in with, and then I'm going to explain to you guys also, because I know a lot of you guys ask, and I answered previously. I went over this in previous videos, but I know a lot of you guys still are new or old and tend to forget. Let's say, because this setup is an overkill setup, obviously, right? Overkill. You got the Ffar, and then you got the MAC-10 overkill. So I know a lot of you guys grab an overkill setup, then get another loadout, and then you wanted to switch to Ghost. So you can. So if you have, let's say you grab this loadout first, and then get another loadout, and then the way you activate it, you guys already know, touchpad and L1, vibrate, then just go down on the D-pad to your next loadout, or whatever loadout it is you have Ghost, switch to it. That's going to drop your weapons. And once you drop your weapons, just pick them back up. Pick back up your Ffar, make sure it's your primary, and then pick back up your MAC-10 as secondary. So you have the same guns with the same settings applied, and you have Ghost. That's how you guys can do it. Or here's another method. You can hold the touchpad and press square. So you see how you got two profiles here? You have class 1 primary weapon triangle and then circle. Well, if you hold touchpad and press square, that is going to cancel all weapon profiles, including a loadout. So let's say you already have your loadout activated with the Strikepack. If you press touchpad and square, it's going to revert all mods back to normal. You're still going to have these same settings. All these settings will still be applied, but you're pretty much going to turn off weapon profiles, until you activate it again. Then when you get your loadout, you can reactivate it by touchpad L1, and so on and so forth. And the same way, you can activate the green primary by touchpad and triangle, or your secondary, which is circle. For me, rapid fire, touchpad and circle. All right, this is today's video, the loadout that you just saw, the FFAR1. This is the attachment right now. I'm using this until I lock the last suppressor, you guys already know. But to be honest, I usually just run a regular suppressor. 9 times out of 10, I'm not usually running around with a muzzle, especially for multi, especially for Cold War multi. But again, this is Warzone, so I'm using the Ffar until I unlock the agency suppressor. 19.5 for the EDR and the bullet velocity. Nothing laser, no underbarrel, you guys already know. Jungle style mag, because I love to reload as fast as possible. The SASR jungle grip, the ADS time, and flinch resistance, optic, microflex. And for the MAC-10, the gallantry, whatever gallantry, agency suppressor, 6.5. I know a lot of you guys rock the 5.9, but me, it's personal preference. I'd rather rock the 6.5. The rifle, the EDR, for the EDR range, that's all I need, basically. I know, like I said, a lot of you guys rock the 5.9, and tons of people actually, you see videos on YouTube and stuff like that. The reason I don't rock this is because you see the con, negative vertical recoil and negative horizontal. This throws off the recoil like crazy. This one attachment, I mean, try it, put it on. You could probably get away with you enabling weapon AI a few times, getting it that one perfect time to set it right. But since I'm using it for Warzone for my loadout selector mod, then I don't really need it. This is I'm fine with the setup. No on the barrel, of course. 53 round drum, the SASR drum grip, just like the Ffar. The ADS time and flinch resistance, and the stock is the SAS combat stock. So this is my setup. This is my go-to. And you just saw a couple of kills and stuff. And yeah, try it out. Let me know what you think. This is the go-to. And I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, well, what do I do if I die, or I don't got my loadout anymore, or whatever have you? This is the overkill, right? So what I do is you should have always like a second backup, I guess. This is like the kind of long way. A lot of you guys say, oh, this is a longer way. You can just hold touchpad and press square to reset the mods. Once you pick up a random weapon, or once you die and you spawn again, until you activate your loadout selector again with touchpad and L1. Or you could just do it this way. Have like a second loadout. So when you go grab your second loadout, just have like any loadout with ghosts. It could be like your second, third, fourth, going down with your, down the D-pad. But yeah, having ghosts as a second loadout. So let's say you already grabbed your first loadout, which would be your Ffar and the Mac 10, the overkill setup. Then you want to get ghosts. So just have like a second loadout, like I said. It's like that when you go to that loadout, your loadout, and you grab it, you just go down, boom, and you have ghosts. That's going to drop, obviously, both weapons. So you could just back up your Ffar and pick back up the Mac 10. That's what I normally do. But I understand in quick situations, it comes in handy to just press touchpad and square to turn off all profile mods.